You have been searching your whole life. Maybe you called it purpose. Maybe you called it meaning. Maybe you just felt it as a quiet restlessness, a feeling that something was missing, something just out of reach, something you couldn't quite name but couldn't stop looking for. You searched in achievements, in relationships, in experiences, in books, in philosophies, in self-improvement, in success. And every time you found something that felt close, the feeling faded. The restlessness returned. And you started searching again. Here is what nobody told you. The truth you are searching for has been under your nose the entire time. Not somewhere you haven't been yet. Not in something you haven't read yet. Not in a version of yourself you haven't become yet. Right here, right now, closer than your own breath. The problem is not that you haven't found it. The problem is what you have been using to search for it. Your awareness has been using the mind to look for the truth. And the mind is extraordinary at many things, solving problems, building plans, analyzing the world. But the mind cannot find what it is looking for here. Because what you are looking for is not an object the mind can locate. It is not a thought you can think your way into. It is not a conclusion you can reason your way toward. Every time the mind searches for the truth, it produces another thought, another concept, another idea about what the truth might be, but you never feel like you found it. You know this feeling. You have read the right words. You have had the right insights. And still, something feels unfinished, still incomplete. That is because the thing you are looking for is the very thing you are using to search for it. Let that land for a moment. The true self, the self beyond the mind, beyond the body, beyond the personality, beyond all the stories you carry about who you are, is not something you need to find. It is what is already here, doing the finding. It is awareness itself. Right now, as you watch these words, as thoughts arise and dissolve, as sounds come and go, there is something present that is aware of all of it. Something that notices the thought without being the thought. Something that witnesses the feeling without being swept away by it. Something that is here before the mind starts and still here after the mind goes quiet. That is you, not the thinker, not the personality, not the collection of memories and fears and desires. The awareness underneath all of it. The silent witness. The presence that was here when you were 5 years old and is still here now, unchanged, untouched by everything that has happened in between. This is what the great teachers across every tradition have been pointing at. Not a belief, not a philosophy, a direct recognition. The source of all perception is the one thing that can never be an object of perception because it is the subject. It is the one doing the perceiving. You cannot see your own eyes. You cannot bite your own teeth. And the awareness that is looking for the truth cannot find itself as an object because it is not an object. It is the finder. This is the ultimate truth. Not something outside of you. Not something you earn. Not something that arrives when you are finally ready or finally worthy. It is what you already are. It is what you have always been. The seeking itself is proof that it is here because something is seeking. Something is aware. And that something is you. So what do you do with this? You stop. Not forever. Not in a way that abandons your life. But in moments, you stop the search. You put down the thinking just for a moment. You turn attention around. Instead of looking outward for the next answer, you look at the one who is looking. Turn off the noise of the mind. Let the body go still. Dissolve into the awareness that is already here, already present, already whole. Not by effort, not by force, but by releasing the one who is efforting, by letting the seeker rest. And in that stillness, not the stillness of a quiet room, but the stillness underneath all noise, you may find what you have been looking for. Or more precisely, you may recognize that it was never lost. What you seek is the very thing doing the seeking. You are not looking for something outside yourself. You are looking for yourself, the source of being, the awareness that makes all experience possible. The one constant in every moment of your life that you have somehow never looked directly at because it is the one doing the looking. Go within, not as a metaphor, as a literal act, in this moment, right now. The truth is not at the end of the search. The truth is what you are before the search begins. You were never lost. You were only looking in the wrong direction. Turn around.